very good evening. Welcome to Primetime News. We're coming to you live from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. I'm Karuna. Here are tonight's top stories. Over a dozen opposition MPs want weapons for security.
ආරක්ෂා පිළිබඳ විශාල බයක් තියෙනවා. අපි මිනිස්සුන් නැති වෙලාවට අපේ දරුවෝ ගෙවල් වල තනියෙන් ඉන්නේ. අපේ බිරින්දෑවරු ඇතුළු.
Motorcycle allegedly used in the killing of Weligama Pradeshia Sabha chairman found in Buttala jungle. Suspected drug boat seized in high seas. 6 fishermen arrested. Housing project irregularities under previous regimes under microscope. Egyptian museum opens with Tutankhamun artifacts. On to those stories in detail. More than 20 opposition members of Parliament have submitted letters to the Secretary-General of Parliament requesting for pistols. This comes against a backdrop of a request made by the leader of the opposition, Sajid Premadasa, and a group of opposition MPs to the Inspector-General of Police through the Speaker, asking that security be provided to all opposition MPs. Meanwhile, it was revealed yesterday that the threats faced by some opposition MPs who are requesting firearms and additional security are actually from within their own party supporters. More than 20 opposition parliamentarians are requesting firearms for their safety at a time when no government MP has made a similar request for firearms for their protection.
What is the background for the request for firearms and security?
The leader of the opposition and other opposition MPs have been requesting security over the past few days, citing several incidents, including the assassination of the Weligama Pradeshia Sabha chairman Lasantha Vikramasekara and the statement made in Parliament by SJB parliamentarian Jagat Vithana regarding threats to his life. A special discussion regarding this matter was held yesterday at the Parliament complex, chaired by the Speaker Dr. Jagat Vikramaratne and the Inspector General of Police, Attorney at Law Priyanthavira Surya. During the discussion, the opposition MP stated that all opposition MPs should first be provided with security to carry out their political activities in a safe environment without hindrance. They also requested that further action be taken after obtaining an assessment report on the threats. The Speaker stated that the IGP has already been informed to take the necessary steps regarding all requests for security made by the MPs. The Speaker pointed out that although the government has taken a policy decision regarding the security of MPs, he had gone beyond that to act on the relevant requests, and accordingly, steps have been already taken to provide security to some MPs. Following this, the Speaker and the IGP decided to call for intelligence reports and general threat assessment reports regarding the opposition MPs who have requested security. Based on the information revealed by the relevant reports, steps will be taken to provide security to those MPs if a need arises.
Who is threatening some of these opposition MPs?
It was revealed at yesterday's discussion that the threats faced by some opposition MPs who are requesting security are from their own party supporters. It was decided that a separate investigation would also be launched regarding this matter.
When will the pistols be provided to the opposition MPs who requested them?
Meanwhile, a senior official of the Parliament said that the requests made by over 20 opposition MPs for pistols has been forwarded to the Ministry of Defence. The senior official added that further steps will be taken through the Ministry of Defence after a review of their security requirements. However, no government MP has made a request for firearms for their protection.
Samaga Janabalawege Member of Parliament Rohana Bandar explained why some opposition MPs are so strongly requesting security.
ආරක්ෂා පිළිබඳ විශාල බයක් තියෙනවා. අපේ එක සභාපතිවරයෙක් සභාව ඇතුලේ ඇවිල්ලා ඝාතනය කරලා ගියා.
There is great fear regarding security. One of our chairmen was assassinated inside the council. You know that one of our members of parliament recently received security based on an order from the IGP. This was because there was a plan to assassinate him. I have received written death threats and had various other letters sent to me. I have also received death threats over the phone. It is very clear to us that for the opposition, moving forward in society unarmed and without security is a threat to our safety and our lives. That is why we have asked for security. Therefore, the IGP agreed yesterday to provide security to those who request it. On the other hand, it is the opposition that is not covered in society. Because of this, we face a big challenge to our lives. We face a challenge regarding the lives of our children. When we are not at home, our children and our wives are alone at our houses. That is why, particularly based on recent events, we felt this matter so strongly and raised the issue with the IGP and the Speaker. That opportunity was given to us yesterday. Accordingly, we have confidence that the IGP and his team will take steps to organize this quickly.
අපිට ලබා දීලා තිබුණා. ඉතින් ඒ අනුව අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා පොලිස්පතිතුමා ඇතුළු ඒ පිරිස ඉක්මනින් මේ කටයුත්ත සංවිධානය කරලා ලබා දීමට කටයුතු කරයි කියන විශ්වාසය අපි තුල තියෙනවා.
Journalists questioned Minister Sunil Handunnethi regarding the request for pistols and security by opposition members of Parliament.
If they feel that there is a threat to their security, it is the responsibility of the police who uphold the law and order to provide them with security. Therefore, they must certainly be given security. We have not stolen the people's assets. We have not wasted them. We have not sold drugs to the people, and we have not maintained the underworld. We have not been maintained by the underworld. So if we have nothing to fear, why should we ask for security? If we need the protection of the police or the armed forces, we will obtain it. But currently, none of us have felt such a need. Even in the past, what we actually saw was that some MPs and ministers, rather than requesting security, were seeking some kind of personal glory, a respect they didn't have by travelling with an entourage of vehicles for the public to see. I believe we have now changed that political culture. From now on, security can be requested by those who are truly feeling unsafe. It is no longer possible to travel with an entourage of vehicles and security guards to expect some sort of respect from the public. The future direction of politics is being shaped such that there is no place for such false actions. The public is now rejecting them. Now only those who are genuinely in fear of their safety can ask for protection. At that point, we must look at the nature of their safety by obtaining intelligence reports. That is the job of the intelligence agencies, the police and the armed forces. Based on the intelligence reports, they will examine these matters. We don't have any problem. To be very honest, we need to ensure security from theft, waste, corruption and drugs. Other than that, we don't have any threats from anyone else, do we? Some people who deal with drugs, who deal with those businessmen and who have made deals may be feeling insecure because of those associations.
The motorcycle believed to have been used by the shooters to flee after the murder of Weligama Pradesh Sabha Chairman Lasantha Vikramasekara has been found. The motorcycle believed to have been used by the shooters to flee after the murder of Weligama Pradesh Sabha Chairman Lasantha Vikramasekara was discovered in a forested area along the Buttala Katharagama road during an operation conducted by the Criminal Investigation Department. Weligama Pradesh Sabha Chairman Lasantha Vikramasekara was shot dead in his office on the morning of the 22nd of October. Two individuals who arrived on a motorcycle carried out the shooting and escaped. During the subsequent operations, 9 suspects involved in the murder, including the shooter and the other suspect who accompanied him, have been arrested. A local multi-day fishing vessel suspected of trafficking drugs has been seized by the Navy while operating in deep seas. The operation was carried out based on intelligence received by the Sri Lanka Navy. It was conducted as part of a special mission in the deep sea west of Sri Lanka. During the operation, the Navy took the vessel and 6 suspects into custody. According to the Navy, the suspects are currently being brought ashore for further investigations. Meanwhile, 1,076 suspects have been arrested during the raids conducted yesterday under the national operation titled A Nation United, aimed at eradicating the menace of illegal narcotics. The police said that illegal asset investigations have been initiated against 2 of the suspects arrested during these raids. Detention orders have been obtained against 19 suspects. The police stated that 20 drug addicts identified during the operations were directed for rehabilitation. In the operations carried out yesterday alone, a large quantity of drugs was taken into police custody, including 493 grams of cannabis, 561 grams of the drug ice and 6 grams of cocaine. A suspect was arrested in Minuwanguda along with a foreign manufactured pistol and 13 rounds of ammunition. Police said that the suspect is an associate of Kehel Badra Padme, who is currently in detention. Investigations revealed that he had purchased the firearm for 350,000 rupees. Police added that the investigations revealed that the suspect purchased the firearm due to threats from an organized crime gang member named Heenatiana Mahesh. 3 suspects were arrested for the possession of the drug ice in Battala yesterday afternoon under the national operation titled A Nation United. The arrests were made during a raid conducted by the Kalania Crimes Division. One of the suspects was arrested in Avarakotua, Battala with 1 kilogram of ice. The other 2 suspects were arrested in Palliyavatta and Galahaduwa. A total of 1 kilogram and 165 grams of ice were taken into police custody from the 2 suspects, and the police stated that the suspects are aged 21, 25 and 28 years. The Kalutara Crimes Division, during an operation conducted within the Kalutara South Police Division, arrested 5 suspects connected to several illegal activities. They were arrested on charges related to assault and intimidation. 5 sharp weapons used for assaults were taken into police custody along with a motor vehicle. The suspects are aged 18, 20 and 24 years and are due to be produced before the Kalutara Magistrates Court. Police spokesperson ASP Frederick Wootler urges the public to provide accurate information they have for the national mission A Nation United.
We have launched a national mission. If we notice any alarming situation in your neighborhood or if someone you know is at risk, it is your responsibility to report it immediately to the nearest police station. This duty rests entirely on the public. Failure to act could result in your own children or loved ones becoming victims at some point. Therefore, I urge all parents to take prompt action and report any dangerous situations to the nearest police station, imagining that their own son or daughter is in danger.
The police spokesperson expressed these views while attending the 2024 Colours Awarding Ceremony of St. Anne's College. During the ceremony, prizes and certificates were awarded to the students who demonstrated excellence last year.
Newsfirst with the people.
A woman who committed a traffic offence and drove a motor vehicle disregarding police signals was remanded until the 3rd of this month. She was produced before the Gampaha magistrate this evening.
The video clip showing the relevant woman scolding police officers and behaving in an unruly manner circulated on social media. According to this video clip circulating on social media, she claimed to be the sister of a senior Deputy Inspector General of Police. The police issued a statement this afternoon clarifying this matter. It stated that the woman, having committed a traffic offence along the Kotugada Udugampala road, failed to stop when signalled by the police and continued driving. Subsequently, the police chased the motor vehicle and inspected it in the Polwatha junction in Udugampala. From that location, she drove the car forward again and the suspect was then arrested. The police stated that the woman's claim of being the sister of a senior Deputy Inspector General of Police is completely false and emphasized that no such relationship exists. Accordingly, after being produced before the Gampaha magistrate this afternoon, the woman was remanded until the 3rd of November on charges including reckless driving, failing to heed police signals, criminal use of force and impersonation.
And in more local news, Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya says that no issues have arisen concerning the extension of school hours until 2 p.m. We have a lot of work to do. We need to develop the infrastructure facilities in the education sector. We need to provide teacher training. There are a number of tasks that need to be done for school children. We discussed these. There are several long neglected issues that we need to address. As a government, we are prepared to intervene in all of these matters. There was a positive response regarding these new reforms. There were no questions about keeping schools open until 2 p.m. We have not received any issues from teachers at the grassroots level.
Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya made these remarks today while participating in a discussion held in Batticaloa with state officials, school principals and teachers from the Eastern Province regarding the education reforms scheduled to be implemented starting next year.
Minister of Housing Dr. Susil Ranasinghe says that a formal committee will be appointed to look into the failed housing projects carried out in the past. He made these remarks following an inspection visit in the Anuradhapura district to assess the progress and shortcomings of these unsuccessful housing projects.
Under the program launched to review failed housing projects, Minister of Housing Dr. Susil Ranasinghe today visited the Rajangane Yaya 17 area in the Anuradhapura district. It was revealed that the housing project initiated there in 2019 had been abandoned midway. Although 24 land plots were allocated for 24 houses, only one house has been fully constructed. In other plots, only the foundations have been laid, while many plots are now overgrown with shrubs. Several land beneficiaries were also present during the visit.
නැති මිනිහෙකුට හම්බුනා නම් පොල්ලත් බාකරිය දාගෙන ඉන්නවනේ අනිවාර්යයෙන් ඉන්න තරම් නැති ඉන්න.
ඔවුන්ට ඉඩමේ පර්චස් 20ක් දුන්නා කියනවා.
They say each beneficiary was given 20 purchase of land, but no official document confirms their ownership. In some cases, the National Housing Development Authority had released 1 or 2 loan installments to help build these houses, but only part of the foundation work has been done. Of the 24 houses planned, only 1 has been completed, and even that was sold by the original recipient to someone else who later built the house. Another house is half constructed, also by a second buyer. There are 22 districts such failed housing projects across the Unruly district started between 2015 and 2019. Most of these projects face even greater challenges. Some were built on lands belonging to the forest department or in elephant inhabited areas with no electricity or water. Addressing these issues is extremely complex. Both the public and the officials are suffering as a result. Therefore, a proper mechanism must be established to resolve these problems. And we are committed to focusing our attention on that.
SLPP Member of Parliament Namal Rajapaksa says that the biggest anti-government rally in history, bringing together all opposition parties, will be held on the 21st of this month.
A Sri Lanka Podujana Peramana public meeting was held in Batuwita of Tihagoda, presided over by Namal Rajapaksa.
This government has been in power for 1 year. They lied endlessly. They gave limitless hopes. They are politicizing the state mechanism. They are politicizing the police. The government is clearly trying to dismantle these institutions and desecrate their independence and respect. Further, the government is not intervening to provide a solution to the economic problem. Today, investors are not coming to Sri Lanka. The government has no plan to generate employment. That is why we, as a party, together with our affiliated parties, decided to unite the biggest political force and hold the biggest anti-government rally in the history of Sri Lanka on the 21st of November in Nugegoda. There are some views within the opposition as well. We saw that even when we were in the joint opposition in 2015, the leader of the opposition and the chief of opposition whip were not with us. However, some of them played the role of the opposition to some extent. Some sided with the government. That is the way of politics, and we must understand that.
Meanwhile, Lakshman Yapabe Wadana said that the opposition in parliament is asleep.
They formed this government by distorting the minds of the people. To change that, we need our organizations to take the truth to the people. Today people understand, but the people have nowhere to turn. The opposition is asleep. Sadly, there are only 2 or 3 opposition members in the parliament. Only about 4 or 5 people like Namal Rajapaksa, Chanak, Chamara Sampath, Dayasiri Jayasekara are raising their voices. The entire opposition, we regret to say, is asleep.
Minister of Public Administration Professor Chandana Beratna says that the opposition, which shows itself to be divided, has always been on the same side.
We are happy about the opposition uniting because they were always united. They just show the public like they were separated. Now, the public has another opportunity to clearly confirm that they are the same group. Therefore, we are very happy if they unite like this. We are the ones telling them to unite and work together, because them working together is better than them being fragmented into pieces. Just tell me, for instance, who are the new faces in the union of the current opposition? Who are the new people? It's the same old group that was there before. Therefore, this union will not bring about any new change to the politics of this country.
Well, with that, let's move on to more news from here at home. The free provision of polythene bags to consumers by retail outlets is prohibited starting today. According to these new regulations, if a consumer obtains a polythene bag, the shop or vendor must charge an additional fee for it. And in more local news, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka points out that the importation of foreign goods and materials increased by 10% during the first 9 months of this year.
This is compared to the same period last year. During the first 9 months of this year, imports amounted to $15,389.5 million compared to $13,718.3 million recorded in the same period last year.
The 6th workshop of the Pyramid Wilma Chef's Hunt was held today in Mathura.
The Pyramid Wilma Chef's Hunt workshop is organised by Newsfirst and Pyramid Wilma with the support of the Chefs Guild of Lanka and the National Apprenticeship and Industrial Training Authority. The workshop consists of a practical training session and a written examination. This program is being organized for young men and women between the ages of 18 and 25 who aspire to become professional chefs in the future.
The annual Katina ceremony at the sacred Buddhist site of Buddha Gaya in India commenced today.
The annual Katina ceremony at the sacred Buddha Gaya, where Lord Buddha attained enlightenment after dispelling all defilements, commenced early this morning following a milk rice offering at the Buddha Gaya Mahavihara. A Sila observance was also held at the Jaisiri Mahabodhi Vihara, built under the leadership of Anagarika Dharmapala in Buddha Gaya. In parallel with these religious proceedings, a Dhamsavya program was recorded, led by the Chief Secretary of the Malvatu chapter of the Siam sect and Chief Incumbent of the Somavati Rajamahavihara, Most Venerable Dr. Pahamune Sumangala Thera. In the evening, the Katina robe procession moved from the Bangladesh Vihara in Buddha Gaya to the Vajrasana Mahavihara, where the robe was respectfully enshrined.
මේ වර්ෂයේදී 2000ක් විතර ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ඉඳලා මේ ස්ථානයට අද සම්බන්ධ වෙලා සිටිනවා. අපි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා දඹදිව සම්බුද්ධ ශාසනය තව තවත් ඉදිරියට දියුණු වේවා.
The Annie Prana Foundation hosted a shopping fair in Colombo to support the women and children at the Women's Development Center in Kandy today. Every stall, every handmade item was a step towards giving them hope, care and a brighter tomorrow.
The shopping fair in Colombo, hosted by the Annie Prana Foundation, titled Threads of Hope, is an initiative organized to support the women and children at the Women's Development Center in Kandy. The Women's Development Center in Kandy is a home for women and children with no home and a place where the vulnerable are protected and cared for. The Annie Prana Foundation organized this initiative to raise funds for the women and children of the center. The girls from the Women's Development Center set up their own stalls, proudly displaying handmade keyrings, tablecloths, saris and dresses, all woven on their own weaving machines. This initiative aims to raise awareness just as much as it seeks to offer support.
The Royal Prashant Fertility Center was launched in Colombo yesterday, marking a new chapter in advanced reproductive care. The Royal Prashant Fertility Center was inaugurated yesterday in Colombo. The event marked a major milestone in fertility healthcare, bringing the expertise of Prashant Fertility and Research Center India to Sri Lanka.
So I have made it very, very clear that we will deliver the same high level of technology and systems that we have in Chennai, so that it is a mirror image of the systems that we have at the center that we have in Chennai. So today we have inaugurated this, we will be inaugurating this center. We have the puja in the morning and the Honorable Governor and all the other dignitaries, we want all your blessings to make this center one of the best and to deliver the same level of expertise and to make every Sri Lankan couple who walks in go out with smiles and with babies in their hands.
Dr. Haripriya's distinguished career we saw when she explained spanning over 4 decades is a testament of her dedication to the advancement of reproductive medicines. Her work has transformed the lives of thousands of families both in Sri Lanka and the world. I was given a report that there are more than 6,000 Sri Lankan children have been born through her care, but I saw and I referred in a speech to 11,000 and over 60,000 babies worldwide. The establishment of the centre also comes at a critical juncture in Sri Lanka's own public health trajectory.
With a legacy of over 22,000 babies delivered through assisted reproductive techniques under the guidance of Dr. Geetha Haripriya, the centre now brings its excellence to Sri Lanka, offering hope, expertise and innovation to couples across the nation. The island-wide DJ Champion of the Year 2025 Grand Finale, organised by YFM, is currently underway at Stein Studios, Ratmalana, marking the culmination of a nationwide search for Sri Lanka's most promising DJ talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a night of electrifying beats, unstoppable energy, and pure entertainment. Welcome to Island-wide DJ Champion of the Year 2025 and After Party. Let the journey begin.
The event features 15 talented finalists competing for the prestigious title, delivering electrifying performances. The winner of the grand finale will earn an exclusive opportunity to present their talent on an international stage, opening doors to a global audience. Following the grand finale, an after party will take place continuing until 4 a.m, featuring performances by a lineup of internationally acclaimed DJs.
The Sri Lanka Dance Festival 2025, the country's first internationally curated dance extravaganza, kicked off yesterday, offering a vibrant celebration of art, rhythm and culture.
Bambaru bamana vita siya na.
The Sri Lanka Dance Festival 2025, the nation's first ever internationally curated dance festival, officially kicked off yesterday, promising a spectacular celebration of movement and culture.
Y busco refugio en tus brazos y te digo cosas bellas para olvidar mi dolor.
The festival featured electrifying performances from both local and international dancers, captivating audiences with a diverse range of styles. Organised in collaboration with Sri Lanka Tourism, the event aims to position the country as Asia's premier destination for dance tourism. It brings together over 75 international artists, DJs, influencers and more than 500 dancers from over 15 countries. MTV MBC Media Network is the official media partner of Sri Lanka Dance Festival 2025.
The Sri Lankan edition of the Tuk Tuk Tournament wrapped up its 6th consecutive year in Hikkaduwa yesterday, ending 2 weeks of exciting competition. Nearly 90 teams and 200 participants from 24 countries took part, immersing themselves in the spirit and culture of Sri Lanka throughout the event.
Imagine exploring the stunning landscapes of Sri Lanka in a tuk-tuk for 2 whole weeks. For the 6th consecutive year, the Sri Lankan edition of the tournament came to a thrilling close in Hikkaduwa yesterday. Over the course of 2 weeks, nearly 90 teams and around 200 participants from 24 countries embarked on an unforgettable adventure, experiencing the heart and soul of Sri Lanka.
This journey has been nothing short of amazing. Absolutely, the most beautiful people on the planet, help everywhere, my best teammate ever. All I can say is thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been the best. Nothing short of amazing!
From navigating hidden corners of the country in a tuk-tuk to learning how to cook authentic Sri Lankan cuisine and uncovering the island's rich culture and traditions, participants truly unlocked the essence of Sri Lanka.
Standing beside the Great Pyramid of Khufu at Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, Egypt is set to unveil the Grand Egyptian Museum, a magnificent new landmark for the modern era.
Standing in the shadow of the Great Pyramid of Khufu at Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, Egypt is unveiling the Grand Egyptian Museum, a new cultural monument for the modern age. The Grand Egyptian Museum, now the world's largest archaeological museum, houses more than 100,000 artifacts spanning 7,000 years of Egyptian history. Its centerpiece is the complete collection from Tutankhamun's tomb, his gold mask, chariots and throne, displayed together for the first time. Costing $1.2 billion and covering 500,000 square meters, about the size of 70 football pitches, the vast complex near the Giza pyramids features monumental treasures, including a 16-meter obelisk and 11-meter statue of Ramesses II. Egyptologists say the museum's opening strengthens calls for the return of key artifacts like the Rosetta Stone. The museum was first proposed in 1992 during the rule of President Hosni Mubarak, and construction began in 2005. Decades in the making, the Grand Egyptian Museum is expected to attract up to 8 million visitors a year, marking a new era for Egyptian heritage and tourism.
The champions of this year's Women's Cricket World Cup, a tournament that has lasted for more than a month, will be decided tomorrow. The decisive final will be played between India and South Africa, with South Africa reaching a Women's World Cup final for the very first time in history. Now for India, this marks their 3rd appearance in a Women's World Cup final. Adding to the significance, 2 Sri Lankans have been appointed to the official panel for the grand final. The 13th edition of the Women's Cricket World Cup is being held across India and Sri Lanka. Matches in the group stage and the semi-finals took place at venues in Navi Mumbai, Guwahati, Visakhapatnam, Indore and Colombo's R. Premadasa Stadium. 8 teams took part in the tournament: Sri Lanka, India, Australia, England, South Africa, Pakistan, Bangladesh and New Zealand. In the semi-finals, South Africa, led by Laura Wilbert, secured their place in the final after defeating England. Meanwhile, under the leadership of Harmanpreet Kaur, India earned their spot in the grand final by overcoming Australia, the most successful team in the tournament's history. Grand final will be played tomorrow in Navi Mumbai, starting at 3 p.m. Sri Lanka time. Sri Lanka's Michelle Pereira will serve as the match referee, while Nimali Pereira, also from Sri Lanka, has been appointed as the fourth umpire. Eloy Sheridan and Jacqueline Williams will officiate as the on-field umpires. The official local broadcast rights for this year's tournament are held by TV1 of the MTV NBC Media Network. The grand final will be broadcast live tomorrow on TV1 and streamed via www.sirasatv.lk, with all preparations now complete for this exciting finale. Our country is truly a paradise of beauty. We leave you tonight with beautiful Sri Lanka, where Newsfirst brings you a look at yet another charming destination that adds to the splendor of this little paradise. Take care. Good night. Belonging to the Bulat Kohobitiya Divisional Secretariat Division in the Kegol district, this breathtaking spot is truly a paradise of waterfalls. Along the Bulat Kohobitiya Ditugala Road lies one of the most magnificent waterfalls in the area, the Velanda Alla. The path leading to the falls is not an easy one. After crossing the Ritigula Oya via a small bridge and travelling about 2 kilometers through a scenic tea estate, visitors are rewarded with a truly mesmerizing sight. Standing at a height of approximately 37 meters, the waterfall originates from the waters flowing down the Narangala mountain range. The surrounding rocks are smooth, and the area is home to many small natural pools, adding to its charm. Though the journey may be challenging, once you witness the serene beauty of this place, you'll never want to leave. This is Velanda Alla, yet another hidden paradise of beautiful Sri Lanka.